Adam here with Brooksaw Antiques. Today we have this 1949 Royal Quiet De Luxe A model vintage portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. The Royal Quiet De Luxe went decades of being one of the most popular typewriters of all time, and this specific model was very nice. And you might not be able to tell, but this color is actually gray. It might look a little purplish or something in the light and the camera lens. Up top is the adjustable paper guide. This helps you guide the page in straight. I'm going to line that up with the edge of the platen, which is the main roller that feeds the paper. And the margins are located behind this flip panel. You just push them and move them like this. And I'm going to move this around 75, and the left one, I'm going to keep that right on the edge. And you can also use the magic margin to set the left margin. And what you do is you just put the cursor where you want the margin and then flip that forward. It sends that margin magically to that spot. And to move it closer to the edge, you just hold it and then push the carriage, and it'll allow you to move it to wherever you want it. Or you can just push it down and move it manually. Once you hear the bell, you're at the end of the margin. This line space gets you back to the beginning and skips 1 or 2 spaces. Right now we have it on single, but if you want double, you just flip that switch forward, it skips 2. We're going to keep that on single for now and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence in red on the next line and switch from black to red. There's a switch on the right top here. Flip that to the left. It'll print the bottom portion of the ribbon. When you have it in the middle, it prints the top portion of the ribbon, which is black. When you have it all the way to the right, it doesn't print any ink at all. It just leaves a stencil for copying purposes. Very nice typing machine. I really like this model. I like the look of it. I like the feel of it. Very smooth and easy to type on. And it's a little bit quieter than your average typewriter. That's why they have that name, the Quiet De Luxe. Just muffled. It sounds a little bit more muffled than your average typewriter that has a more high-pitched sound that travels farther. To pull the page out easy, there's a switch on the right side here. You flip it forward and it unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easier. Load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page, or else it won't load correctly. Shift on each side, shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. Backspace on the top left of the keyboard, works great. Tab on the top right, this has manual set tabs. And they're set at about 10 space intervals, I believe. To set them, you just move them from the back here. You just push them and move them, kind of like the margins. And there's a scale on there to tell you exactly where you're at, and you hit that. Just sends it, stops at each one of those tabs. Below that is the margin release. When you get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that blocks you from printing. If you hit that margin release, it will allow you to go all the way to the end. That works good too. We're going to move the color back in the middle to print black. And open the hood. All the brand new ribbons loaded on the left, so it's pulling to the right. If you want to switch that direction, you just flip this switch right here. Just like that. And then pull counterclockwise to the left. You flip it to the right. It pulls clockwise to the right. Touch control is above that. The farther you go to the right, and there's 1 through 9. The more tension there is when you hit the keys. You do have to hit them harder for them to print, but they respond faster. I like it on 0, so I don't have to hit the keys that hard. Carriage release, very smooth behind each knob here. Very smooth. And if you push in this little button here on the end of the knob, it disables the spacing so you can get to an exact spot on the page. You let it go and you get the clicks. Each one of those clicks is 1 space. Same concept with this little lever here. You flip that forward, it disables the spacing. Move it back, you get the clicks. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.